My kids still watch it because, you know, I can't talk and do stuff at the same time. Hello everyone, welcome back to Monotonous Minecraft, episode 37. So I bet you're wondering why I'm over here by all these farms. The Guardian farms, the Iron farms, the little turtle farm here. Well, no reason. That's just where I happened to be standing when I came back on the game. Yeah, what we're going to do today has nothing to do with this. Let's go look. So as you could probably see from our inventory, what we're looking at is a tree farm. This is going to be a very manual tree farm. It's not going to be one of those cool ones that uses, you know, dynamite or withers or automatically growing and stuff. I'm just going to do a few lines of each kind of tree and just build them up. But the first thing I need to do is test this. So this is dark oak, right? Yeah, dark oak. Whoops. Can you grow just one of these? Do I have to have all four? Looks like I have to have all four. So if I do dink, dink, dink. Oops, dang it. Whoa, hey tree, how's it going? The reason I want to find out is because we're going to be using the glowstone to cap our trees so they only grow to a certain height. That way they're easier to harvest. So right now, this is such a weird looking tree. It looks like a big fat acacia made out of dark oak. So let's get this out of my way. Because, you know, we need to put a farm here. And the reason I did it over here, as you can kind of see, there's my main base. I'm doing it here because it's closer to the zombie farm there. Because this is going to be a manual tree farm, which means I'm going to need to use my axe, which means I'm going to want to be able to repair my axe without walking halfway across the world. So, you know, that's why we're building over here. Now, what am I doing with these stupid flowers? I still need to go back and make powered rails, and I probably won't make hoppers until I get over to that, you know, until I get everything done. I'm going to do pretty much the same thing I did underneath the bamboo farm there. I've built something similar before, and I used one track that just went back and forth. But I figure, you know, I might as well do a bunch of tracks that I can just have a lever on, or a button? Lever. What should I use? Button. I should use a button. Where I harvest everything that I hit a button, and it goes, picks up everything and dumps it into a chest. That'd be a much simpler way of doing it. So let me gather the rest of the materials now that I know, kind of figure out what size I want, and we'll jump back into it. So here we have the layout, kind of generally. Each one of these will be a row of the 5 that we can do singles. We'll just do single jungles, not doubles. This will be the dark oak here at the end. So we'll be able to fit in 4 dark oaks to the 7 regular size tree, which should be fine. Once we tear down all these trees, we probably don't need any at all anyway, but you know, it's always good to build these farms just to make sure you know how to do them if you want to. There are fancier ones, of course, but not this one. Here's my chest where I'll collect everything that gets dumped out. Right now it's holding a bunch of stuff that I don't need right now. So let me screw up my hoppers immediately, so that's good. It's always a good start. Because of this, these are going to be, how long? 27, maybe longer? 27, 29, something like that. We'll have that many rows, columns, whatever, hopper line, hopper parts. I'm afraid I'm going to fall off here. And 3, yes. So we've got that many hoppers. So what I did was I kind of judged, like the regular trees will take up 5 spaces and they'll kind of intermingle that middle one, and these will take up 2 more, so 7 spaces, which is how I kind of judge it that way. And they can grow together, and you know, they'll interfere a little bit, but not too bad. Really? Why do I try to do that every time? Okay, we'll leave those for my hoppers. So now we want to get our building material, diorite. Let's put down a row here. And then what we'll do is we'll build a platform. I probably don't have enough of this at all. Because I don't I don't plan well enough. I grab some materials and then don't have enough. So I have to grab more. Mumbo makes a point. Mumbo Jumbo makes a very good point about making sure you have all the materials at hand before you're building these kind of projects in survival especially, because you don't want to have to stop in the middle and go gather. I don't have to gather materials. They're all back in my base. But I'm still going to have to go get more. Because I've already used up a quarter of my diorite and I've made one line. So yeah, I'm going to need a lot more of that. Oh, I wonder if I have any in here. Oh, what do you know? I was joking. I didn't think I did. Oh, that was it. That was plenty. So let's sleep here, because I do have the ouch, bit my cheek. I do have the nasties turned on. I don't want the nasties to kill me. I'm looking at you, nasties. Let's get the side built out so we can have a better judge of what we need to do here. And what we'll do is this is going to hold the tracks and all the other things. The real question is, why am I doing it this way? I mean, technically you could just kind of build this all on the ground, but I'm pretty sure there's water underneath this dirt. I think, yeah, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure there's a little river coming through here. So once I've got everything flattened out, I just kind of like to make sure that I'm just building above it. Of course, that means I have to actually lay down some dirt underneath here to get all these things done. So if I want to do it out to here, bink and bink. Yep, okay. Oh, slow. Whoa, drowning. Or not, whatever, just slowly falling. So that's the size I want to make this, which means I need to do that, because remember we need them to bounce back. So the minecarts will go wee and back. Same direction as we did in our bamboo farm. Remember that these things, the direction does matter. So we're going to want to, yeah, I don't need these in the bottom. We're going to want to make sure we keep everything in the right direction. Did I not put dirt under there? I did not put dirt under there. We need to make sure we keep everything going in the right direction, so that we don't have problems with our... I didn't put dirt under either one of these. I don't need dirt under these. I don't need these. That's what I don't need. This is what happens with poor planning, or no planning. We want to make sure that the rails are going in the right direction so we don't have problems trying to get them laid down. So let's see, I've got, that took about an entire stack. So half a stack multiplied by half a stack is a stack squared. No, there's a math trick in there somewhere and I don't know it. I need to go get a whole bunch of more diorite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get a whole bunch more diorite. I'm going to lay out this platform. Oh wait, you know what? Before I do that, I do have my rails, my thingies. What are these things called? Block of redstone. When all else fails, just read. Now these, is it 8? How far do the things go in either direction? I want to say it's 8 in either direction. So I'm going to need a couple of these. Let's pick up this old diorite and let's count this out. So it's 29, including the hopper. So 27 divided by 3. Wait, 3? Yeah, so I should only need 2. We'll fake the rest of them up with regular ones. What's a regular... Why can I not think of the name? Rails. On this side, this will be powered. This will be not powered. And so we can start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, 9. Break. So let's just lay these down and see if it works. Why do I do that every time? I mean, seriously. This goes out to here, which should... And that's all powered. Running back to here, except for this, which means that almost 4 stacks of regular rails was a little excessive because I only need half a stack. Well, good to know. I was probably going to build a rail line at some point anyway, so I guess we've got them started off. Let me go get the rest of my diorite and lay it down. Now we've got the diorite laid down and got both ends on it, so it blocks off the rails. Can't remember the word for rails. Oh, can I do this? I can do that. Why have I never known that before? I also realized that I'll probably need a bunch more rails. Because of course I will. That's how things work. Yeah, I'm gonna need a bunch more rails. Let's look what we got here, and it'll be cool. Cool. Bink. Okay. So I'm gonna need... I haven't counted this out. I think I'm a little bit like 1 short on this side. Like I could do another row here to kind of make sure I've got enough room to catch everything, but it's no big deal. The way it's going to be built is, so we'll have all these rails, and we'll have mostly slabs above them, except for the spots where we're going to grow trees. We'll have dirt, obviously, there, because, you know, you have to grow trees in dirt. It's a little known fact. I distracted myself with my terrible joke. Oh, no. Oh, I really don't have a lot of rails at all. And so that way, most of the spots are not spawnable. Just because this is we're gonna have some light, so I don't know if you noticed before. I'm gonna use the old glowstone trick. The old glowstone trick is you put glowstone a certain really every time you put glowstone a certain height above where you're gonna grow a tree, and that way it can't grow above it, but it still gets plenty of light because it's glowstone. Let me go build more rails. Anyway, you put glowstone at a certain height, the trees will only grow that level, and you've got some light around. It's either at level 8 or 9 above the ground. I have to double check that. We just create a pattern of it. I'm hoping that the dark oak grows up to that height too. We'll have to see if that works for those. I might have to put them higher. I don't know. Figured it out. Keep saying figured it out like that because I started watching Letterkenny. It's totally inappropriate for kids, so you know, be aware. My kids still watch it because, you know, I can't talk and do stuff at the same time. Apparently, I need to go get more. I need to get more redstone because I don't have enough. Because I still have to put a little line down for my button so that I can. What's that? Really? There. Plenty. I'll use up the rest of my redstone. I need to make a redstone line to send all the hoppers down. Send all the hopper minecarts down, I should say. Yeah, see, that's why I was carrying materials, because I know I could just build more rails there. I almost forgot one back anyway. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to need a string of like this entire width long, and it should be short enough where I only need, it'll just work on one button, no repeater, because if I'll put the button in the middle over here, what the plan will be is I'll come harvest all the trees, come over here, hit the button, and they'll go wee, wee, and then they'll be done. Easy, right? Well, let's hope so. All right, let me put all these rails in. We'll catch up in a bit. Well, that's all of the rails laid down finally, and 1 out of 27 mine carts. Let's see. Let's get some dust in here. I've got my button. I'm going to put the button on top in the middle. It should reach out. So if it's 27, 26, 13, 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, and 14. Ooh, I don't like the way that button is. Dang it, I thought I could turn it sideways. Whoa. I do not like placing stuff when it's straight down like that. Woof. That was terrible. Okay, now in theory, if I hit this button, yeah. All the way down. Let's make sure. Can we see the very end? Boop. Sweet. Minecraft works. I'm just sending this back and forth for no reason. Let me get the rest of the hoppers in place, and then what I'm going to do is I'll start putting the dirt down, and then I've got these different kinds of slabs. I probably have dirt. I have to go over back to the old woodland mansion to get all those rest of the slabs. I'm going to go ahead and separate them out, like surround the thing, the tree types with their matching slabs. Skillsman did it in one of the recent Skyblock episodes. I thought it was a really cool idea, and because I'm using slabs and I have a lot of that wood already, might as well do it too. But first, let me get the minecarts in place and gather those materials. It's really the little things that are so enjoyable. Whee! That's kind of disturbing, in fact. I almost want to put like a purposeful delay. Just get a bunch of repeaters and delay it. That way it kind of like is a wave effect. I did remember to change that first one into a hopper minecart too. Not just a minecart. That would have been pointless. Ooh. Oh, so I was like, what? Lag spikes? We don't get those in console edition. That was saving. Alright, let me get the rest of those slabs. I've got all my dirt placed and the start of my slabs. You can see that over here where they kind of meet in the middle. I'll just do a zipper effect all the way up. It'll be kind of cool. Just to let you know, it could be either one. And I counted out, and we're going to put the glowstone at the 10th block above this. So it'll be 9 blocks, 9-block gap in each one. But I will get the slabs placed. I'm probably going to need way more slabs. I wasn't even sure what I had. I didn't find nearly as many as I thought I would over at the old mansion. So I think what happened was I pretty much used them all already, because I keep putting slab roofs everywhere. And there's probably chests full of them somewhere too. Well, whatever, I'll come across them. Problem with having chests throughout your world. Instead of having one massive storage space, which I have a massive storage space, I have 2 of them. And there's very little slabs in the one and none in the other, because that's not what it's there for. But anyway, I'll get all the slabs and get this done. Let me tell you, that used a lot more wood than I was expecting. But we've got it all set up here. Dark, oak, jungle, spruce, acacia, birch, oak. I came back here, I was very confused because these 2 rows I'd accidentally done in dark oak instead of birch. I'm sure some of you noticed that. I thought at first I'd missed a tree type of. Wait, there's only 6. So what we're gonna do first, before we start planting all these things, one more thing left to do with this farm, and that's to put up our glowstone at the top here. And so we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 glowstone. And then we do it on every one of these. I'm using slime box because I believe Mumbo said it was a really good scaffolding. Although in this version I literally have scaffolding, I just have never built any. What is it, like bamboo? I have a bamboo farm. I could probably build scaffolding. Probably a lot easier. I should do that. But not yet. So for this dark oak, I'm not certain it'll work, but I think it will to limit it here. For some reason it doesn't grow to this height. You know, we can just figure that out and adjust accordingly, but I think it'll work. We'll see. Anyway, the slime, he suggested using it for scaffolding because it's easy to break without tools. Like, that makes sense. Of course, I only grabbed one stack of it, so I'm gonna have to make my way back. Oh, you know what else I did? Fatal, stupid flaw. Well, not really fatal. When I started, I went straight up from there. Well, how am I gonna get down? I'm gonna have to break that glowstone. Always build next to where you want to be, right? Right. That's okay. We can break it with our silk touch pickaxe and then put it right back in on the way down. Or something. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Whatever it is. That'll make it up here, and I got enough glowstone? Yeah, I should have enough glowstone. So let's turn around. Oh, yeah. Good on you, mate. Alright, let me finish putting all this glowstone in, and we'll check back in a bit. Okay, so now I've got all the glowstone in place. Let's start planting some trees. Oak, 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 oak. Birch, 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 birch. What are these two? Acacia, spruce. I think those are accidentally in order. So basically what happens is this. Whoops. You missed planting a tree. You plant all these trees, you let them let them grow naturally, or you can not. You know, whatever. I don't have any jungle saplings yet because I haven't torn any down, but it's enough. Or torn many down. Oak, no, I want dark oak. There they are. So yeah, you either use bone meal if you're... Dang! Alright, so I already got one tree. Or they grow while you're just sitting around trying to plant the rest of them. Or you let them grow naturally, which is pretty much what I do. And when you want to harvest, you get your trusty axe. Hopefully your axe is trusty. Then you come over here, and you go bink. Tear it down. Now you can... Oh, hi, oak. Yeah, if you trees can keep on coming while I'm talking, that'd be great. It really sets the thing. It sets the mood here. Get out of my way. So you, once you harvest the tree, you thunk down your saplings. Now, of course, they will, what is this? They will tend to drop saplings. And, well, I mean, I got most of the wood there. But the idea is that, yeah, if you're harvesting, you're just kind of moving along, especially as these things degrade and the saplings drop. You come over here, you hit your button. Where's my button? There's my button. You send it down to pick everything else up, and it comes back, and you just keep going. I mean, I had bone meal to like kind of show. Here, let's see if this works. Because I wasn't sure if it would. It does. Oh, I forgot about acacia's growing funny. Yeah, cool. So the dark oak will only grow to a certain height too, which is what I wanted because you don't want to spend all this time climbing up and down while you're getting your trees. So cool. And what's neat about these too, although I think on these cases you'd have to, yeah. So you'd have to get on the dirt, but that's okay. Um, what's cool about these kind of tree farms is that they just kind of look nice. That's part of their allure. It's, it is regimented more than a typical tree would. See, I'm walking around. Ah, here. Let me push the button. Get all this stuff here. Where's my jungle, my dark oak? Yeah, you want to make sure that if you build something exactly like this, make sure that you keep the trees planted so you don't just have spawning spaces there. I may go back and put in a bunch of lanterns, replacing some of the slabs in the middle of like every 4 stack of trees. So like, I don't know, I'll point it out when I'm done sleeping. Just in the middle of where the dirt is to light it up. Right now, as long as you keep well, especially if you keep trees there, but as long as you keep saplings down, I don't think hostile mobs can spawn on saplings. I guess I'll find out. So yeah, you just make sure that you always keep saplings in there, and that way nothing's spawning here. These are kind of growing, man. Do these always grow this fast? So as you can see, I mean, yeah, you're harvesting yourself, but you still get a fairly good rate going on here with how many trees are growing just on their own without even bone meal. And it's a nice centralized location. I mean, central to, once again, my XP farm, not to my any farm. But this could be a problem. Maybe acacia should have been on the end. Whatever. Oh, a first spruce. Yeah, I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing this. Just we have to switch where. And here, if we go over here, push the button, and we should see stuff being picked up. Like you saw that sapling just got picked up and everything. So then you can go down here, and right now, of course, my chest is full of junk, but it'll have poorly stacked saplings. It'll collect all your wood and your saplings there, and you can just go. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and let this thing grow. Okay, so here's one problem. You can see I dropped a sapling here. This is, like most of the farms I build, we've talked about this before, I would not expect, like, super high yield rates. There is going to be some loss. It's not that big of a deal. But you can see how quickly these trees grow. And see, if you only do the jungles in one, they only grow in one. So you get nice short ones. And the reason you need these giant space between the dark oak is so these ridiculous stubby trees can grow. So in this case, like when things are dropping here, okay, that's a ghost block. It's not a bad idea to stick around and hit the button a few times. I mean, you've got like what, 5 minutes before everything despawns, so you can let it go. You can pick it up. You can run your mine carts back and forth a few times. Whatever works best for you. If you want to do one giant mine cart or track, you can do that. If you want to throw like a hopper clock timer or hopper timer on this to periodically pick up your stuff, do that too. I mean, if you're going to run it probably what it should have done, and maybe I'll do this in the future that I think about it, is go ahead and put one of those hopper timers on here, and put a switch on it. So when you're harvesting, you just leave it running until it's done and everything's dropped, and then you can turn it off, or not, whatever. It all works. It's all cool. So I'm gonna let this grow out some, just so we can kind of see what it looks like, all full and bushy. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and build some stars, some stairs up this. Ooh, you know what? This huge thing I've got right here, that's a good old spawning spot. Maybe I should just slab over the top. I do have some more slabs of all these types. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna slab over the top of this. I'm gonna add some stairs, and I'm gonna let these grow so we can get the cool effect and see what it looks like. Well, that's about it for today. I think there's still one spruce in the back there you can't see that still needs to grow, but all the other trees grew. I was kind of nervous about the acacias, but it's all looking good. Got some very simple decoration going on. You can see what are those things called? Stairs over there. I can climb up. There's one on the other side too, so I can go straight through, except for the giant trees in the way. That happens with this. But it's just kind of a cool little build, and especially when I get rid of the mountains in the background, it's really nice to kind of just run past here on my way to doing other stuff. I'm also going to take out this crafting table here. I don't need it anymore. And, well, you know, clean up after myself. So, as always, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to everyone later. Bye.